All right, we are live. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to On the Spot 947, where we sit down, we have a little tete a tete with some of the biggest and talented names in the arts, and equally those who are on their artistic journey in the hopes of influencing and changing the world. And of course, it goes without saying that before you even effect some sort of change out there in the world, you need to do that for yourself first. Now, our musical guest for today is someone whom you may not be aware started in the early 2000s by being a finalist in the ABS CBN reality show Star a Million. Yes, it is that very same show that jump-started the careers of Eric Santos, Christian Bautista, Sharon Reyes, and among others. Now, after the completion, the singer's voice was heard as part of the compilation album on the show, which obviously went platinum, and his own debut album entitled A Different Kind was nominated for Best New Male Artist and Best R&B Song at the 2006 AWIT Awards. Now, while he may not be based here in Manila anymore, he still continues to sing abroad for fellow Filipinos and opening shows for Regine Velasquez, Olgi Alcacid, Lani Misolucha, Vice Ganda, and even everyone's favorite Grammy-winning singer and jazz artist, Miss Patty Austin, who used to be here almost every Valentine's Day for a show. Now, he is also part of that distinguished list of top earners in Kumu. Yep, that local streaming app where you can see other artists singing to their heart's content and making some serious moolah at the same time. He's done virtual shows just like anybody in the business, like Tessa, Dulce, JR, LMA, Saison, Ivy Villan, just to name a few. And we would love to hear him speak about those experiences and more regarding his musical career that I know will be opening more doors for him. For now, it's time to open the door to our guest, Mr. DK Tijam. Hello, DK. Good
Hey,
morning.
hey, Cass, how's it going? Hello, I
Yep.
hope you guys are doing amazing.
Yeah, we are doing good. Thank you for making our Friday. Welcome to
Mhm.
the show. I'm glad to have you here. DK, I was wondering, when you hear bits of information like that regarding what you've achieved so far in your career, what feeling does that give you?
It just continues to make me feel grateful, I guess. For someone who considers himself as someone who's just a simple person, but just happens to love singing and happens to love working with other people and collaborating. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's something that I'm so thankful for. And sometimes it makes me look back and tell myself, hey, it's been a while and we were able to do those things. God is really good. So we're just always grateful.
Does it also make you feel like you've done so much already and that you're not okay to push forward as much as everyone else does? Or does it also remind you that you still have much to go and that pushes you even further?
I do believe that all of us have so many things to improve on, and that every day, every day, there's room for growth. So for me, I'd say even if we continuously get blessings, not that we're super hungry to get more blessings, but we want to achieve more, not just for ourselves, but to maybe expand our influence so that we could spread the word of kindness, or if there's any message that we want to share with others. So
Hmm.
I want to keep pushing myself even further.
All right. Well, pushing yourself is good. I mean, it's good for the brain, good for the heart. Speaking of heart, do you think that one has to love what they're doing in order to continue, or can you be, I don't know, strategic to say the least in your thinking that you can plot and predict career highlights, but not have as much love for the business? Because in the end, all of this really is a business.
Right. Okay. Well, well, maybe I'm lucky that I love what I do. I love music. I love working with people. I love that I'm able to inspire others when it comes to my music, or even when I just talk to them via live streaming apps and so on and so forth. But I guess it is maybe not a requirement, but you're lucky if you happen to love what you do and you get rewarded for doing what you love.
Oh, I
So
like that. Yeah. Right, right. Yeah, today is Flashback Friday, so I suppose it's okay to reach back in time, and
yeah,
tell us how you and tell us how you got into singing. I mean, before all of the contests and competition when it was just you? I mean, how and who got you into singing?
It was actually both my parents. They
Hmm.
love singing, and they would play random music from Queen, from Basil Valdez, like different genres that they used to play when I was younger, and they'd make me sing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe sometimes in school or sometimes in Filipino parties with karaoke. Of course, you
Yep.
can't miss that.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
so those things I would say I owe it to my parents because they really taught me how to love music and why to love music because it is music is magic. Like there's so much into it. You get to express yourself through music. So I guess thank you, mom and dad, for making me love music. Yeah, and they're listening right
There,
now. But
there you go. There you go. Well, thank you as well, mom and dad. That's why we have DK today. It's because of a push
yeah,
that they made. They pushed in the right direction. Would you still remember the feeling of realizing that you could sing? Because I feel, but that for other people out there who are just slowly discovering this path for themselves, it would feel like you're stumbling upon some buried treasure, and you feel that you need to keep it to yourself first before letting anyone else know. Did you ever feel that way too?
um, maybe it was the I could remember it like the times when I would sing in front of people and they'd smile right away. Being able to make people smile when you just start to sing is something that you should treasure
Mm-hmm.
because I was maybe I was gifted with like having a voice to inspire and right now when I'm older, like I get to just look back and remember my younger self singing in front of everyone, not asking for peace or anything, but it was just really it was just really something that until now I can't believe that I'm this lucky that I get to inspire people because ever since back in the day, my folks, like my relatives, like from both sides of my parents, they were very supportive, and they would really encourage me to continue singing and to maybe to do it professionally. Even when I was younger, they would do that. So having people around you relentlessly pushing you and encouraging you to do what you happen to love so much, it's something else. So yeah.
Right, right, and you said that you are lucky to be doing whatever it is that you're doing. In this case, is singing because
Yes.
not all families are going to be that supportive. We've heard stories
Right.
where when family members would say that, oh, you're going to go into that, but there's no
Mhm.
money in that. It's like it's not a stable career. Why don't you just go for IT and go to a corporate job or
Yeah.
something that's going to bring you more stability and all. So
Yeah.
having someone there, not just exactly pushing you, but also nurturing you and telling you that you can do it, and someone who believes in you. That really is that takes half of the burden away, if not
Yes.
80% of it.
Yeah. Actually, I love the word that I love the I love that you mentioned the word burden because I didn't feel like it was a burden. Actually, singing was the one that gave my family sustenance. So they
Hmm.
kind of like supported me and my family because I've been I'm proud to say that I've been helping them ever since, and I'm lucky that I'm able to do that through music, and people appreciate what I do, and I get to kind of like receive blessings from it. So, I mean, thank you. I mean, thank you that I wasn't burdened, but more so like I feel like I'm gifted because of music.
Yeah.
So,
Are
yeah,
you the oldest in the family?
yes, I am the eldest. Yes,
Okay. How many are you in the family?
I have a younger brother and a younger sister.
And do they all sing as well?
My brother, my younger brother, actually dances, and I can't
Oh,
dance.
okay. There you
So
go.
he got that covered. My younger sister, she has Down syndrome. Her name's Din Din, and she's probably watching right now. Hello, Din Din. Hello. She loves to sing too. She sings the songs that the songs that I sing. So it's fun. It's fun to
Nice.
watch.
So in short, it runs. Music runs in the family, and I'm sure you wouldn't have it any other way.
Right.
And with that initial discovery, when you found out you can sing and that you love music, of course, this opens up more of the same, as I'm sure you've sought other singers to emulate and listen to. So I was wondering, who did you listen to back in the day? Because what they did gravitated you to them.
Right, right. Wow. Okay. Well, back in the day when I didn't really, when I was just going with the flow with my classmates in school, I would say I would listen to Backstreet Boys. Back in the 90s when you were in elementary school, you listen to Backstreet Boys, sometimes Hanson or NSYNC, and
Yeah,
watch
yeah,
MTV,
yeah.
right? But I think when I started maturing in music, I would say I'm really grateful that I found love for R&B and soul. So I've been ever since I was like maybe in my teenage years, I would listen to Brian McKnight, Stevie Wonder,
There you
Luther.
go. Yeah.
Locally though, the artist who inspired me the most was back in 2000 was, I mean, is Kyla. Kyla
Oh
has been a
gosh, yes.
with
You
my
can
music.
never go wrong with
No,
Kyla.
never,
He's like,
never.
Kyla, when I see you,
Thank
Kyla.
you. Well, you know what, DJ Kaz, I'm so lucky because I was able to also work with her. She had an entry for Metropop before, and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
actually
yeah.
did the backing vocals for her entry, which won second runner up. So that was cool. But at the same time, back in 2018, I also recorded some backing vocals for some of her tracks, two tracks actually, for her like the most recent album that she released. So
Oh
that was
yeah, yeah.
so,
Right, right. That must have. I mean, just recording vocals, or getting to work with them, or being in the same room, with
yes,
someone you emulate,
yes.
definitely kind of like, is a memorable experience. Do you have any memories to share with regards to the recording while she's there? Did she give you pointers
Um,
or?
it's okay. 'Cause the first time I met her was actually in Meralco Theater. That was like a long, long time ago, back in 2003. For the backing. Oh no, for her entry for Metropop, and I
Okay.
was just sitting beside her, and she was listening to. She was practicing the song in her while she was listening, and then I just wanted to get her attention just to say hi, but I was so shy. I was like, "Hi, Kayla," and then she just waved at me, and then I just not ran away, but I kind of like, okay, I'm good. She said hi to me, but during the recording sessions for her most recent album, I'd say I also got to interview her, and I also got to record that for a local kind of like Filipino TV prod in
Okay.
Canada, in Toronto. Um, that plus, I also was able to tell her why she has a huge impact on me, not just on my music, but also me being a human being. Because I went through depression before for 4 years,
Okay.
and her music and her being an artist was kind of like my sanctuary. So every time that I would kind of like stay away from people because I didn't want to kind of like deal with other people, I would
Mhm.
listen to Kyla. So she saved me. So I explained that to her, and she's like, "Oh, now I understand." Because before, I don't know, like I was shy in front of her, but after telling her my story, I think I was more comfortable around her. So yeah, so that.
I'm sure that that kind of validation is something that a lot of artists don't exactly get. I mean,
Mm,
that kind of one-on-one validation. I mean, fine. Concert tickets can validate you. Likes on your social media platforms will validate you in such a way. But this kind of validation just goes right straight to the core. And as an artist, if you do get that, you know that you've done your job right.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. So
Yeah.
that was so.
So yeah. And so the goal then was, while you're singing, trying to get your feet wet and learning the business of the trade while making a name for yourself. So let's move to the contest proper, the Star in a Million. So for those who are curious about the process of it all, What did you do to get in, and how was it to be part of that show?
Okay, well, first things first, I was signed by a company before.
Okay.
It was yeah, it was a local company, and then they scheduled my audition for Star in a Million. So I still lined up though and did the usual audition system. I lined up, and then as soon as they saw me, Sir Deo and Janelle kind of like set me aside, and then asked me to do do a screen test. And then
Mm-hmm.
after the screen test, they asked me to sing. And I think if I remember it correctly, I sang the song "Let Me Be the One" by Jimmy Bondok. I'm not sure if that was the one, but I think. And then after that, I got in. But there was like tons of people who lined up. And then after that, in the month of July was the month that I competed. It was still a segment in ASAP, on ASAP. And then weekly, they'd eliminate one contestant until only one wins.
Okay.
On the fourth week, two of us won actually. Like, we tied. So for the month of July, we won, and then I don't know, like people, the audience loved the show, so they kind of had to make it a standalone show of itself. So during the weekends, like we'd have virtual. I don't remember exactly what time, but we'd tape it, and then um, they they were just kind of like we were battling as the grand finalists. So 10 of us for each month would like battle it out until only one wins. And of course,
Mhm.
Eric Santos won, and I'm super proud of that amazing and super kind-hearted human being, Eric Santos. So
I can only imagine how how grueling it was also for people who audition. I mean, we see that on TV, but we don't really get the feeling of to be there for almost an entire day lining up and waiting your turn, and at
yeah,
the same time trying to battle your nerves, wondering if you're ever going to get in or if you will get noticed. So that's all part of that. So it does test your mettle, so to speak. Yeah. And after the show where you garnered, re- refresh my memory for a bit, which place you garnered on the
I
show?
was eliminated. I think I was the fourth one eliminated. Yes,
Okay.
I was 17 back then. So can you imagine? Like, I think Eric was in his early 20s, and the rest were a bit older than me. So I kind of felt like they were like ahead,
Mm-hmm.
at least not just with their skill in music or their talent in music, but also their way of thinking was way better than mine. Because of
Mm-hmm.
course, I was 17. I was childish. I didn't know how to talk to people. People would think that I was a snob or like I didn't want to talk to them, um,
Okay.
but actually I just really didn't know what to say, and I was extremely shy, and I've been an introvert ever since. So it was hard for me, like because
It was a
my main
stretch, in short.
yeah, because my main goal was to sing, but then part of it was also to deal with people, and it was difficult for me because I just really didn't know what to say and how to express myself verbally that time. So
Mm-hmm. All right. Did you? I mean, when you got out of the show, did you quickly work on the album, or you kind of like sort of tested the waters and see if recording an album was something that you really wanted to do? I mean,
um
right off the bat after the show.
we actually we fortunately got signed in, if I remember it correctly, in 2004 or 2005, and then right after we recorded a full album under Alpha Records.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think in the process of like we were in the process of promoting it and kind of like releasing it on like different stations of radio stations and having it out on like record bars. But what happened was I got called for immigration to Canada. So I
Okay.
had to make a choice. It was like, one of the most difficult choices that I had to make. But I'm not sure if it was the rebel in me, but I just really wanted to try something out. But do I regret it? The question is, do you regret your decisions? It was a difficult decision to make, but I don't regret it. But of course, something better could have happened. But I'm happy where I am now, and I'm happy with what I've experienced. So I'm good.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you're meant to be where you are at the moment. And speaking of being where you are, some of our we've got a lot of Facebook friends saying
Amen.
hi to you at the moment. Marky Generoso says hello and see you, DK. Let's see. Lily Masong says we love you, DK. Jean Sky. There's also Monica Guerrero, Tessa Antonio Rodil. Let's see. Jen Labdorial.
Mhm.
And there's also Regine Leasing. Kuya DK is hi.
Hello. Hey guys. Good
And
morning to you.
yeah, that's right. There's no time difference because you're currently here.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah,
And
the
you know
jig the
what?
jig is up. Just in case you're wondering if he's actually in Toronto. No, he's here.
DJ guys, you know what's funny? Because I got so used to converting the time. Because when I would stream in Toronto, it would be different. For example, if it's currently 11 o'clock in the morning, in my head I'd naturally convert it right away to 11 p.m. because I usually cater to our Filipino friends. And and when I'm here, I'm like, wait, is it morning there? But wait, I'm here. So I don't know. Sometimes it's confusing, but it's fun. So
Yeah,
there
yeah. It does test your math skills.
and that's my weakness, DJ Kaz.
No one loves math. If there's anybody out there who tells me that you love math, then okay, good on you. You're a math major most probably, so I will not discount that. But math is evil.
He is evil,
Oh
and I'm
boy.
very good, but I'm not evil. So
Right, only math is. Glenn Romel says, what's this? Mafia mobsters.
oh, we want to give
uh,
a huge shout out to our friends. Actually, those people that you mentioned, most of them are from. We call our group MOB or Mafia Mobsters, and
there you
they
go.
are my friends who support me on Kumu. They've been
Cool.
extremely supportive for almost more than actually for more than 2 years. They've been very supportive. So I love you guys so much. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, it looks like the whole gang is here. That's
Yeah.
why there's so many names that I'm seeing. Let's see. Oh, Alona Kokoy says hi as well, and likewise, they're all saying hi to one another as well. So it's like the whole thread's going up. Can't catch up. Marky says district kindness meets mobsters.
District
Ah,
guys, hello, hey guys.
there you go. And then Fanine Navera also says hi. Marky has a distinct memory. He says, I remember DK during the Siam taping. It
Okay,
says
sorry
you
to
guys
lose
were
you.
yeah, you guys were of course it's abbreviated. You guys were eating before they were starting, and you were so shy back then.
Extremely shy. Oh my god.
Trelu Acosta, hello to you as well, and good morning, Jeman again. Yeah. Nengangales, good morning as well. He says that for sure that your upcoming show is going to be successful and your patience and love in your profession is outstanding. That's what
Oh,
she
I love
says.
that. Thank you.
Yeah. Kathy Dima, good morning to the both of us as well. Bunyi Dimalanta says, hi DK, I'll see you tomorrow. So it looks like someone's going. And more Mafia Mobster love. And Mel Javier also says hi. There you go.
Hello, Melavier. And by the way, I would like to give a huge shout out to my friends who gave me some gifts. Tessa, I'm wearing your bracelet, and best friend Tito Ben. Thank you. I'm wearing your gifts. Thank you. Tito.
All right, awesome.
I'm just watching down
Yeah,
there.
that's how it is. You know, when you got gifts, you really need to use them. Can't say, "Oh, I'll save them for a special day." No, wear them now.
Right.
If someone
There you
gave you something new, wear them now,
go.
right?
I know.
So going back to a little bit to where we left off with your album, did you write some of the songs in your album then, or did you write all of them?
No, actually, no. A song or two uh, two songs were written by Sir Jimmy Antiporda. Uh,
Okay.
a song was written by the one who wrote Hanggang Ngayon, Sir Arnie Mendaros,
All right.
and another original was written by my best friend from the Philippines, Froilan Canlas from Tawag ng Tanghalan. Actually, he wrote the song Hanggang Dito. That was the carrier single of the album that came out. So
Great. It pays to know people. It pays to know great people who share the same vision as you, and and it's a good thing that you get to interpret the songs that they've also written for you. When you do get to write your own songs, which one comes first musically for you, or even when you listen to other people's songs, do the music strikes you first, or do the lyrics have a profound influence more on you, or even both?
usually both when I write my own, because I've
Okay.
been actually I've been writing since high school, but I just really didn't get to um, produce the whole thing. I've yet to have
Okay.
them arranged properly. At least most of them, because I have some that were already arranged, but they're just not out yet. But I'm excited to share them to the world, of course. But yeah, usually I mix the lyrics and the melody. And it's funny because most of the the super talented, extremely talented singer songwriters, composers, they play their own instrument. I don't.
Yeah.
I sometimes I, a random melody just comes out and I just write something with it. If I'm, for example, if I feel heartbroken or or if I feel so inspired that something, you know, comes up and I just write it down and
Right.
record it.
I did get to ask previous guests before, for those especially who write their own music, that do they feel that they are less of an artist if they don't play an instrument, but yet they are songwriters because they come up with the melody and they come up with the lyrics? Is that would you think that's just a personal bias in itself, and it doesn't really hold any much truth
I like
to that?
I like that question. I like that question. I think when you're younger, you might lean towards thinking that way. I would
Hmm.
say my younger self thought that way, that since I don't play instruments, I'm less of a songwriter,
Yeah.
right? But as I got older, I'm like, but this is how I constantly do my thing. Maybe
That's how
maybe
you create.
right, that's how I create. Plus, I think we all have our own strengths and weaknesses. Unfortunately, playing instruments is not one of my strongest suits. Or like I can play, but not like really good play, and I'm not confident when it comes to playing. But when it comes to singing or when it comes to vocal arrangements, that's where I think I shine. So I just embrace my strengths and use it as an
Yeah.
advantage.
Good, good, good. Yeah, I mean, yeah, embrace your strengths, but at the same time, you know your weaknesses, but
Right.
you don't also kind of like berate yourself for having them, or waste that much time focusing on
Yeah.
that when you have this other side, which is your strengths, to
Right.
capitalize on, right?
Right.
And
No, because
sometimes you forget that.
your way of thinking, especially when it focuses on the negative or when it focuses on your weaknesses, it will undermine your work as a whole. So s- when you get older, you'd be more strategic. You'd be more smart when it comes to like working. So right now, I would say I focus. Yeah, as he said, I focus more on my strengths, but I'm aware of the things that I need to work on or the things that I need to improve on. Yeah.
Right. Since we're on the subject of writing, I know that you won a songwriting contest back in 2017. Can you tell us something about that one?
Oh, okay, that's a good one. Okay, it was actually for a song of praise. Although I didn't write the song, but I interpreted the song, and
Okay.
then
All right.
I it's so funny, DJ Cass, because the song spoke to me, and what's even funnier was the song was sent to me almost 2 weeks prior the actual taping of the contest.
Two
I
weeks
only
before taping, I can imagine the
Yes,
stress.
but please don't make some bong, guys. I only listened to the song. I only listened to the song 30 minutes prior the taping.
Wow. Okay.
So I just
That's
had to
some sort of learning curve you got over there. So it's like,
well, plus I just really had to like grasp everything. But I was lucky because it was a teleprompter, so I could see the lyrics. If
Okay.
not, I would have maybe used my phone like while singing on TV, but no. So that was good. But the melody really spoke to me. I think also God spoke to me. The message was clear because the song title was uh, Wala Kang Katulad, and it's God. Parang the song was referring to God being incomparable, being the
Mm-hmm.
Almighty One. Like, no matter what happens, parang He changes our lives and makes us parang blesses us with things that we didn't imagine we could have in life because He is God. Something like that. So it was the message of the song, and ever since I sang that, I think I got closer to God. Of course, I'm not like extremely religious. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that I've become more closer to Him thanks to that song. So
All right. If given a chance, which local artist or probably foreign artist did you want to write for?
Kyla,
Okay. Why do I even bother to ask?
instantly,
There you
it's
go. Oh boy. You have a show coming up. That's gonna
yeah.
be tomorrow already.
Yeah.
So what can you tell us about that show?
Okay. Well, I'm super excited because we are having a show called Replay. So it's happening tomorrow, October
Mm-hmm.
1st at the Beritove. I
Beritove.
was pronouncing
Okay.
it wrong. I just realized it yesterday when I asked the owner. I was saying it Bevitor, but it is Bevitore because it's Italian. So there you go.
Okay,
So having a
Beritore.
show
I have to
October
say,
1st, Saturday at 9 p.m. at Bevitore. There you go,
yeah,
Bevitore.
yeah. You have to
So,
sound like
so
Italian when you say it, or else.
mhm,
No, just
yeah,
kidding.
that's right. So I hope to
Um,
see you guys.
I usually don't like asking artists what concert goers can expect from the show, uh, because that's gonna either set something up for both of them. But actually, I was wondering, what would you hope instead that viewers of the show would be able to take away from that show once they see it and once they go home afterwards?
I would say because I love sharing the word of kindness. That after watching the show, they'd have more reason to be kind to the people around them, whether or not the people around them are related to them. Plus, them being kinder to themselves because we owe it to ourselves to remind ourselves that we are all amazing. So that's is my
I
message.
love that. I love that the message that everyone is amazing, and it's also amazing that, as I said, people thought that you're currently in Canada, but you're actually here. But yes, your home is in Canada. Would there be other projects or commitments for you to finish before going home, apart from the one tomorrow?
Um, this show actually taught me so many things that it is possible to maybe get people to help you out because I've been a lone wolf. I would never ask for help. But it is, I'm super blessed because my dear friend Gemma has been helping me. Plus, MOB has been there to really motivate me and encourage me to just do my thing, and they have my back. But aside from that, I guess we may have found our venue for next year's event because we're actually planning a bigger show,
Hmm.
which is happening next year. We don't have a date yet, but we're super pumped for that. So the process is the things that we need to do to make sure that the next event would be successful. Like those are the things that I learned so far. So which will make the work easier for that show. So yeah.
All right, fingers crossed for that one. And for whatever project that you may have for 2022, the rest of 2022 and 2023, we wish you all the best for that. And if in case they want to be updated on where you are currently, what shows you're in or projects you're involved in, what are the social media links that they can go to?
Okay. We are active obviously on Facebook, so please follow me on my Facebook page. It's DKTHam. It's Tijam. And people call me Tijam, so I'm like, yeah, let's go. We're also active on. We're trying to be more active on YouTube as well. So DKTHam there. and Spotify. So we're
There
planning
you
on
go.
releasing some singles. So thank you for supporting, and also don't forget Kumu. We've been there for more than 2 years. We just recently celebrated our second year anniversary. Mob, the MOB, like all the peeps were there. So thank you for the support. And basically that's yes.
All right. So of course I'll put that on the show notes so that people will just click on it and they'll be there on your respective platforms. So DK, thank you so much for being here today, and I wish you all the best and all the luck in all your endeavors for 2022 and all throughout next year. And once again, would you want to invite them to the show tomorrow?
Absolutely. Guys, please don't forget October 1st, Saturday at the Beritove. You'll be watching a show filled with songs that you love listening to all over and over and over. You never get tired of listening to those songs. I'll be singing those songs and songs that you resonate with, and songs that really have a huge impact when you listen to them. Oh my God, my heart is pounding. So basically, those songs. And before I forget, I would like to just give a huge thanks to DJ Kaz for having me today. You're so amazing. Thank you so much
Hey,
for the.
you're welcome. You're welcome. Always welcome. Come. Hopefully next time you'll be able to just physically drop by and not just do this.
Yes, absolutely, for sure. I'm excited. But thank you.
Yeah, you're always welcome. All right, so that is it. It's a wrap. This has been Kaz for On the Spot 947. Till the next edition, we shall be on the lookout for the next artist that we're going to be putting on the spot. And keep it right here on All Hits, Mellow 94.7. Sounds good.